Aputure AL-528W, my favourite LED panel lights for video. Coming in at around £165 each, these are a high quality, lightweight, portable LED lighting solution. Each panel has 528 LEDs, each rated at a CRI rating of 95+. Now all that means is that the quality and the colour that this light reproduces is almost perfect. It is in fact as accurate as LED lights could get. Each panel comes with a fully dimmable controller from 10% right up to 100%, and that's at a white balance of 5,500 Kelvin. They all come with a white clear diffuser and also a tungsten one as well. So if you want to change your white balance down to around 3,000 Kelvin, you have that option with these panels. Now these panels are mains powered. They have a supplied 18 volt adapter that you can plug these in with. But being portable and lightweight LED panels, there's also the option to have these battery powered. The good thing with that is that they take the kind of almost industry standard Sony MPF batteries. Two of them in fact slot into the back to give you around 2 to 3 hours of use when you're out and about with this panel. Now that battery solution, added to the fact that these only weigh 540 grams and are around a kind of iPad size in their footprint, makes these an almost perfect portable lighting solution. But with that, let's look at the good bits of the Aputure AL-528W. Now I always say it, but straight out of the box, the build quality is always the first thing you're going to notice. And as you would expect from an Aputure product, the build quality of these are really good. Now bear in mind, no light is going to be particularly hardy. They're always going to be a little bit lightweight because you're dealing with lights, but these are quite premium in hand. They feel like they'll stand the test of time. Now yes, it is an all plastic construction, hence it only weighing 500 grams, but at no point does any of the finishing or the switches feel cheap or overly plastic. It feels like a premium product in hand. That CRI rating of 95+ is an absolute bonus with this light. It is almost a must-have if you're looking for a high-quality lighting solution. The portability of these lights is one of its sellable features, and the fact that it's 500 grams and the size of an iPad makes them perfect for that. Now admittedly, these days we have these permanently set up in the studio for this set, but over the past 4 or 5 years we've taken these out on dozens of shoots and they have never let us down. And that could either be mains powered or battery powered when we're on location, but every time they've stood the test of time and been rock solid and reliable. The final good point is the cooling. Now this sounds a little bit niche, but bear with me. If you're used to dealing with any kind of lighting for extended periods of time, you'll know that those lights get hot. Now the Aputure AL-528Ws have a kind of natural air cooling vents kind of built all around their design, and they don't get hot at all. We've had these on for hours on end on locations, and straight away you can switch it off and put it straight back in its case with no noticeable signs of any heat. It just gives you an added confidence when using something like this that you can rely on it being on for a long period of time and not overheating. But with that, let's look at the bad bits of the Aputure AL-528Ws. The versatility of the light is one of the things that lets it down, but I think that's kind of harsh to say of this light in particular. It's a criticism of all LED panels in general. They're very good at flooding an object or a subject with light and allowing you to control lighting in less than perfect situations. But what they don't allow you to do is to sculpt the light or to create any kind of shape or form with it. They're not a spotlight, they're not a softbox, they're not going to allow that level of control, but what they do well, and that is to allow you to control the light of a whole subject or an object in one go. And with versatility in mind, these aren't a pretty light. Don't expect to put 2 of these on your subject and make them look more pretty than they already are. These are purely functional, portable lights. They will allow you to portably and in a high quality way control the lighting of your set. They will not make your object or subject more beautiful. The kind of lighting that you expect from softboxes, say, these will not let you do that, even with the diffuser in place. Now I wouldn't say that they're overly harsh, and the diffuser does do a good job of softening it. Also that dimmable control from 10% to 100% allows you to not overexpose your shot. But do bear in mind when buying these that they are not a softbox. Like I said previously, we've had these for around 4 or 5 years and they've had extensive and constant use both in the studio and out on locations with us for our YouTube videos, also for our commercial work too, and they have consistently stood the test of time. They have been probably the one bit of camera gear that we've had with us the whole time. Now sure, their price point at £165 each is pretty steep on face value, so you're going to need at least 2 of these, so you're looking at £300 plus for a set. But when you consider that they've had that length of use without ever failing, they actually represent quite a bargain. So if you're in the market for some really high quality LED panel lights for your videos, I would thoroughly recommend the Aputure AL-528Ws. That's been my grab and go review of the Aputure AL-528Ws. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.